So I'm Katrina Peterson. I'm a research associate in the sociology department, and I work with Monica on a few projects and some of my own. So my interests really revolve around the creative activities of information sharing around disasters and risk. So I'm really interested in how these activities are constitutive of content, so how we understand disasters and risk, and how these activities are constitutive of what we understand the technology itself to be and to do. So both sides. So this means for me, looking at a few different things, and my slides are backwards.
Oh, I'm next.
Sorry.
I should be ready.
So part of what I do is actually look at visual representation. So not necessarily photography, but the kind of representations you make out of data. So I've spent a lot of time looking at how wildfire maps are made of different various sorts, the different ways in which data is gathered around understanding fires, the different way temporality plays in this, the different way in which different types of data try to get pieced together. And one of the things that I'm really interested in doing more of is trying to understand how things like satellite data, grassroots mapping data, health survey data all kind of get compiled in different formats to try to understand what the bounds of a disaster are, what the risks are that are actually being faced in different ways. This is just actually, I used to volunteer for the Red Cross as a disaster mapper, so I would go, and a government liaison, so I was actually able to catch them using the different wildfire maps. Different types of mapping, different, this is Icona drone video footage of image of mapping. I'm also really interested in the way borders play into these things. Like here's the edge of a image gathering, here's the US-Mexico border, a beautiful contentious thing. Here's where we're not allowed to gather data. Here's a very wildfire prone area. So just little bits about how these all make us understand disaster and risk. But I'm also really interested in the underlying data infrastructures, and that's part of what I do while I'm here, which is trying to understand the data ontologies and the related practices and what it means to share data fundamentally, structurally, and how you can do it in ways that doesn't make everybody have to think and do data in the same way, because that's never going to happen. So how can you think about the different ways in which we practice what data is, and design it in ways that actually allow us to have community and diversity, or care and contestation, or debate and discussion, instead of making everybody try to do things in the same way.